Okay, we're rolling.
All quiet and Christian. Hello, everybody. Hello to Juliet. Wherever you are, hi.
Come to the gig. Free tickets.
Okay, so first question, you released the album Wake the Sleeper. Yeah. Wake the Sleeper last year, beside the celebration album this year. I read on the internet many enthusiastic reviews in the press and in the internet about this album last year. Do you care about reviews or
Reviews?
about critics and stuff? Or
Oh yeah, it's important to have critics, because if there was no critics, what would be the point? It's important to have people's opinions, whether they be good or bad. It's good to have them in general. We've had the most fantastic reviews from Wake the Sleeper, and it's done us a lot of good, and we're very happy about that, from all over the world, not just one country, from everywhere. And it's been, so far, thumbs up.
cool. You were the first rock band from the former political West who toured the former Soviet Union, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
What was the reason of that? Love of adventure, gaining new audience, or was it political reasons?
What, to go there, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's a long answer, but I'll try and make it short if I can, as short as possible. For at least 17, 18 years, Uriah Heep was trying to get to play in Moscow or Russia on those territories. And because it was a closed shop completely in those days. And eventually, after, I think it was 18 years, Laszlo Hegedus, the promoter from Hungary, managed to convince the authorities in Moscow to say yes in 1987. And so we went and we played the 10 shows in the Olympic Stadium. It was fantastic. But ever since then, we had become the ambassadors for rock and roll in Russia at the time, because so many bands followed us into Russia after that.
First band?
It's the first band to do, first rock band to play there. And so there's a little bit of history. And so now, of course, everybody goes there, and it's just another territory.
But you broke the territory.
Yeah, that's right.
Cool. So you're touring for years now. Is it still something special for you to go on tour, or are you maybe nervous?
No, never nervous.
Ask Russ, he's never nervous.
Never nervous. It's
Oh,
always special. It's always, I mean, obviously I'm the new boy, but it's always great going on tour. That's what we live for. You know, our whole life is about touring and making music, and making music around the world is the best thing for any musician or any band. So we get as much fun out of it as we did when we first start. It does wear you down a little bit when the tour's long and you're having a lot of travelling through on the airports, a lot of waiting around in airports, or a lot of travelling on a tour bus for 25 hours overnight to another town. But the reward is playing in a new city or new town to great fans, and we both enjoy the music.
And it's the communication as well. You get no matter how much the hardship, like Russ is saying, the hardship of travelling can be a little bit at times. But once you're on stage and the communication happens, you forget that.
Cool. So I have one, I think, arid question. You think about music today, music as a marketing instrument. For example, ringtones and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. Is it a good opportunity for musicians today to get more money, or is it another example of commercializing music?
Well,
like less music, more into product?
Yeah, that's the society we live in, though, entirely. It's not just music, it's all commodities are like that. However you can sell something, it will happen. The corporations of the world arrange it that way, and we can't actually fight against it because we are not strong enough, and we don't stand up enough to fight these things. But things like ringtones, it's a harmless thing. People have it on their phone. Why not?
Good promotion.
Good promotion, who cares?
And it is another way in which bands can generate money, you're right, because the music business has changed so much that now bands have to go on tour, they have to seek merchandising, they've got the internet to sell products and stuff to gain money, where the big money-making thing where people bought loads and loads of CDs in the past has gone, so they have to balance it out with something else.
Cool.
But it's still a good thing.
So I have a last question. it's about your history of Uriah Heep. You have, I think, the most commercial successful time in the 70s. And have you ever thought about making artistically cut-offs to regain the success maybe in the 90s or today, try to fit more music into the trends of time, or do you just
to fit into the modern trends?
Yeah.
The way to look at it is the history of the band from the beginning. Excuse me. The history of the band in the 70s had set a precedent with many other rock bands of its era, and it's how to explain. It's the stable mark. It's the mark of this band. Now, to go and finish this and go to another style is a very dangerous thing to do. Okay, some people can get away with it, but not being a commercially viable band, Uriah Heep is not a pop charts band. It's best we keep what we're doing, and the proof is exactly there, because 40 years this band has been going for that reason. I think if we had changed somewhere along the line, maybe we wouldn't be doing this anymore. So it's very important to keep the thing that made the band successful in the first place. Keep that going, and then the songs might change a little bit. But the main flavour of the band remains the same: power, energy, good melodies, very strong melodies, harmonies, and all these things.
And don't forget, Uriah Heep were one of the first bands to kickstart and influence thousands of bands from then onwards. And so for us to change what we do, it's just that the music business has changed. But I think the music business is starting to change again. And that's why people like rock and they like the classic rock. I think the pop thing will start to just trickle away just a little bit, because for so long we've had that kind of music where the emotion of the artists and the great songwriting is sort of just gone for a few years, and it has to come back eventually.
Definitely.
Perfect.
Yep.
There you go.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.